72 Reasons You Need to Buy 72 Seasons by Metallica. So, Metallica just released their 11th studio album on April 14th of 2023. What I have to say to that is... oh, yeah, yeah! If you're on the fence about shelling out for Metallica's latest studio effort, here's a little list of reasons that just might help you treat yourself to the biggest rock record of the year. First and foremost is Metallica is the biggest and arguably the best metal band of all time. Since the beginning, Metallica has set the standard. Save but one or maybe two mishaps over the course of their entire career, and what band is perfect, by the way, these metal masters have proved time and time again that they're the kings of thrash. Sure, Metallica has been around the block a couple times, but despite how long the band has been around, they still stay relevant and perform at the highest of levels. A lot of people actually like to rag on the 80s for, the styles and this and that, and sometimes the music. But for heavy metal, it was a huge decade. Whether it was the continuation of the new wave of British heavy metal, traditional metal, glam, or thrash, the decade was alive with hard and heavy music ringing out across the world. And I don't have to convince the hardcore Metallica fans here, but since we mentioned the discography, let's go over it. It is, by the way, pretty much solid fucking gold. First off, Kill 'Em All. Rough, tough, and full of raw energy. The album that set the bar for every metal album that came after. This is the birth of thrash in its true, fully realized form. A stone-cold classic and a living, breathing piece of music history. Ride the Lightning. Metallica didn't believe in his sophomore slump, and they upped the ante on their second release. A pillar in the metal music community. Master of Puppets, one of the most critically acclaimed albums of all time. Loved by critics and fans alike, there's no shortage of incredible songs on this collection. And a testament to its longevity, it was recently used on Stranger Things, introducing the title track and the band to a new generation of fans. And Justice for All. On this one, we welcome in new bassist Jason Newsted, and boy does he deliver. This album is non-stop, top to bottom, all killer, no filler. Next up, the Black Album. Taking our heroes into a whole new level of fandom with this blockbuster of a record. An incredible album that skyrocketed Metallica into mainstream stardom. Live Shit, Binge, and Purge? Come on. A live album featuring the material from 5 banger albums. Pure excellence. Fun renditions, killer performances, and even a lead vocal appearance by Jason Newsted. On Load and Reload, we take a step back from the thrashiness, but explore a different side of Metallica. 2 excellent albums that complement each other perfectly as a duology. Garage Inc., a great exploration into the influence of the band, all the while delivering unique, fantastic renditions of old classics. S&M, a bold experiment by the band that paid off in spades. Not only is it one of the best live albums of all time, but it also spawned 2 new songs from the band, one being the quintessential No Leaf Clover. Saint Anger, sure it's not everyone's favorite record, but it was a necessary step away from the norm in order for the band to refine themselves. The band took a massive risk, and you gotta give them credit for that. Although not everyone enjoyed it, they were still able to put together a cohesive effort that inarguably features great songs. Death Magnetic, the return to form. Fantastic listen and one you don't soon forget. A monumental album for the band and fans alike. Lulu. It was kind of a weird pairing, Lou Reed and Metallica, but if you give it a chance, it works. Not the traditional Metallica fare, but it's deeper. It's Metallica at their most vulnerable. A brave move by the band to put themselves out there with this one. No better example is the masterpiece Junior Dad, which could bring any hardcore metal fan to tears. Hardwired to self-destruct, an immense treat from our metal masters. The amount of hardcore bangers on this double disc is enough to make the Pope pop a boner. Fantastic record. So where does that leave us? Metallica has been busy, and you can't knock the hustle. They've been playing pop crossovers with the like of mega talents like Lady Gaga and Miley Cyrus, bringing their music to new fans who were never exposed before. James, lyrically, is at the top of his game. His wisdom has grown, and so has his songwriting. Kirk's solos, like wine, get better with age, baby. He's at a point where he doesn't even need to write or structure them really anymore. He just plays a string of fantastic notes that just fucking work. Lars. What can we say about our beloved Lars? One of the best rock drummers of all time. Always was, always will be. And Rob, he's like the backbone of the band now. Coming into the group at such an uncertain, tumultuous time, writing it out, and then always delivering. And he's got a vocal debut on this record. How cool is that? Also, have you listened to the new singles? These are some of the most hard-hitting Metallica tunes ever to grace our ears. Lux Eterna, If Darkness Had a Sun, 72 Seasons. These are monster tracks. I mean, there's a reason they took over Jimmy Kimmel's show for an entire week as the musical guest. As the years go by, Metallica has brought their music to millions of fans of all different ages, and they only continue to grow as one of the finest metal acts of all time. 72 Seasons is 1 hour and 17 minutes of pure rock and roll bliss, and you'd be doing yourself a disservice by not picking it up. 72 Seasons, available now everywhere you buy and stream music.